Hi Aquarius, it's Jess with your timeless monthly reading, and by that I mean it's timeless because it's intended to resonate with you whenever you find this video, and by monthly I mean that this is intended to last for about a month duration. So with that being said, don't forget you can also check out your sun, moon, and rising sign or any other major energy in your chart. For instance, if you have like a stellium in a different sign, you can go ahead and check out that video as well. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with your message. Excuse me. This is so cute. It's just the most Aquarius thing I've ever seen. So, first of all, can I just say what's weighing on your mind is friendship. That's so cute. And just soul connections, nostalgia, remembering the good times. I am shooting this video in the middle of the lockdown for May 2020. So some of you could be feeling really cooped up with the Two of Wands kind of showing out as the centerpiece of your reading. This is the Alexander the Great card, which he's standing in his own home, really looking out, dreaming of all the places he could go, but feeling a little trapped and a little stagnant at home. So you might be making some plans, you might be reminiscing about the good old days. And yeah, in the past, interesting. In the past, you could have been a bit withdrawn. I mean, this is the energy of withdrawal, of maybe you weren't feeling very social. But now you're ready to make some plans. You could have felt, isolated in the past as well. And there could have been some kind of cup being offered to you that you just didn't really feel like taking. Maybe somebody had made you an offer, but you weren't really feeling it, or you didn't notice. And in that case, just ignore that. Yeah. So what's amazing is I feel like you're just ready to make some plans. And that's beautiful because the Emperor is showing up as like the tools at your disposal. I feel like the Emperor is the strategist. He kind of sets the lay of the land. And Aquarians, they're known for their friendships. Aquarius rules friendship. And I feel like you're ready to take point, Maybe in the past you weren't really feeling up to it. Maybe you had to turn down a lot of plans or something like that, but you really wanted to hang out with friends or something. But that's the energy that you're in now, where you're starting to plan. I feel like you might be spending a lot of time on the internet. Maybe you're planning, literally planning a vacation. And in the future, you're in Magician energy. This is the energy of Mercury. This is the energy of manifestation, of self, of making things happen, of making your dreams come true. And that's, I feel like in the past, this time of isolation and withdrawal, you really took as a time to really get clear within yourself. I feel like you had some breakthroughs and some insights about yourself, about what it is that you want, about where it is that you are exactly, and you started making plans. And in the future, I see that you're ready to actually put those plans into action, which is amazing. Now, the obstacle here is the Four of Pentacles. So money could be an obstacle, feeling closed off, feeling uninspired. I feel like in the past, maybe you felt a little uninspired as well. So you're just kind of coming out of that energy, and it might take some time to shake that off, honestly. And you might have some practical matters that you feel like are weighing you down, and you can't really live your dreams, right off the bat. But I feel like this is really temporary energy. It's just something you have to shake off and get out of in a way. Yeah, because I don't know, I just see you kind of shaking off stagnant energy. I'm also getting that with the Two of Wands here, honestly, as well, where you're ready to pick up something else, and just kind of shift gears and shift your focus. And you've done it before. You'll do it again with the Emperor energy here. You have all the tools that you need with the Magician and the Emperor. This is really, really powerful energy. And this is you showing out. These are both in positions of you just showing up here. There also might be a father figure or something. There could be a sibling that you're thinking about because it's kind of familial energy. So maybe your father is here to kind of help with some kind of financing or making some kind of plans, or yeah, something like that. You could, like, this trip that you want to go on could even be like a trip to see family or to see a childhood friend or back home. Like maybe you're missing home, you know? You're missing family and you're kind of kicking yourself because maybe you were focused on your friends and living the high life, and you didn't really you weren't really like hanging out as much as you could with like your family or something like that. But yeah, maybe this is that you want to come home, and for some of you, because the Magician card, it's the energy of Mercury, which is Gemini and Virgo. So that's kind of just siblings are coming through. You know, here. Maybe you want to go stay with a sibling or something. So you're really excited about this prospect. This is your like your outlook on the situation, which is the Sun, Major Arcana, the third Major Arcana showing up. The first two is the Emperor and the Magician. So you're just really happy. You're feeling pretty carefree. You're still feeling walled in, though. I'm really noticing that wall pretty hard here. But you're tracking the Sun. You're hopeful. You're really, really hopeful. You have this energy of being cooped up, and it's not funny, but like I am doing this in the middle of the lockdown, and we all just kind of feel a little stir crazy, and I just feel like that's really coming out in your reading right now. You're just ready to make something happen. So yeah, the outside energy, this is the Six of Pentacles, which I do consider like a government card and a capitalism card. So the outside energy could literally be government sanctions, or again, money is kind of coming through. Maybe how much money you're getting from a job. I know, like, oh wait. Yeah, and this could have something to do with cash in the past too. Cups I always get money energy with. Maybe there was some kind of money situation that didn't work out, or you pulled back from in some way. So the outside energy is just, I feel like time is coming through, and money, and there's this energy of like waiting to see what's possible. You know, you're waiting to see what solidifies so that you can go ahead and make your plans, you know? For some of you, I feel like this deals with work too. Like maybe you want to work home, and you're like, you know that you have the skills, you know that you're really good at your job. For some of you, this is interesting. Your hopes and fears, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So maybe some of you guys are waiting to hear on a job. Maybe you want to actually move back home. And the obstacle would be like you're stuck in a lease or something. Yeah, and maybe like your dad can help you break the lease, or your dad can help you do something here. Help you get out of something. Or a father figure, like a patriarch of some kind. So your hopes and fears is that you can, there's some kind of connection that is on your mind, some kind of soulmate connection. I feel like it's from your past, and it's something that you're reminiscing on. You might even need to go home in order to re-engage with this. It could literally be your family, and especially like, yeah, like your family, your siblings. But you feel like stuck away from them. So your hopes, maybe you're trying to find a job there, so that you can reconnect with these people, or with this person. You're really trying to work hard for this connection. Like you're really wanting to put the work in. And I think that you might be scared that you might not be able to find work, or that you're going to put all this work in and it's not going to happen. You just want to get to someone you love, I feel like. And you're willing to put the work in to do it, you know? Whether this is planning or... like, you want to put the work in to make this happen. And I do feel like it's a labor of love. There could be a child that you are excited to see. Yeah, for some of you, this could be a child. There's definitely the energy of children coming through in this reading. So maybe some of you had to be away from your family or something to work. For like work or school reasons. But the highest possible outcome, if there's a child involved that you are wanting to see here, you're going to be able to see them with the Page of Cups coming through. This is just, I feel like this is a cute, adventurous kind of a card. For those of you that are planning a trip, I just feel like you're going to have a real good time here. But there's also the energy of work is coming through, because the energy to embrace, I do feel like there is an authoritative male figure that can help you with this situation. I don't know if this is an ex, with a tower coming out right next to this. Yeah, maybe some of you are wanting to see your child that's with an ex partner. But, you know, reaching out to this person, I feel like they're showing, I feel like this is the same person. Someone who maybe is taking care of the child, who the child lives with, or the person that you want to see. Maybe the person that you want to see is from your past and they're younger, but that person, I feel like, maybe lives with a male figure that is pretty well off and pretty stable, and that person can help you make whatever change that you need. They can work with you in some way in order for you to manifest this. So yeah, I see you planning some kind of trip, some kind of something. And really working to make it happen. Oh, for some of you, this is like you leaving a relationship. Oh, yeah. I am... Okay. Wow, I'm embarrassed that I wouldn't catch on to that sooner. For some of you, you're wanting to leave a relationship that is pretty stable. Something that's been in your life for a while. It's not like you have necessarily bad feelings towards this person. It's just, you know, in the past you feel like they weren't really receiving your love. They don't really feel the same way. I feel like you're just not happy in this situation overall, you know. But maybe you do have a child with this person, and so you're wondering about children, you know, and what would happen with that. But you are working on yourself. You're working on, you know, making your dreams come true. I do feel like there's some kind of goal or something that you're working on in the future. But the obstacle to this is trying to... This is my Emperor wannabe card. Now you do have the Emperor down here showing up as the tools at your disposal. So I do feel like you are a really good father. You are a very stable influence for someone here. And that you can handle a shakeup, and that you know that you're going to be okay, you know, and that you are going to be the one. If this is like a divorce, you're going to be the one to initiate the divorce papers and things like that. But what's holding you back is, I mean, maybe it's money, but maybe it's also trying to pretend like you have everything together, because he's blocked off at the head, the heart, and the feet. And he's got this little crown on his head, and maybe you don't want people to find out, or you don't want people to consider you a failure, or you have all this stuff. Like, you have quite a bit of success, I feel like, in this relationship or in this situation. But you want healing, you know, and I feel like you want your child to grow up happy, and you want to be happy. You want everybody to be happy, and I feel like you feel that it hasn't been so happy in the past. So you want to make some kind of plan to fix that, you know? But I feel like you just feel like whenever you open up about it, there is no putting the cat back in the bag, you know? And there could be some kind of a professional, maybe like you feel like you want to go to therapy and try to work this out, and it's something that you want to try to pull together. But there could be some kind of like outside regulation, you know, like you're going to have to pull somebody else in, or split time, you know, with somebody, or listen to someone else's, you know, you're inviting the government in, or somebody, like, to where you're going to have to listen to their edicts. You also might have to be splitting funds in some way. And like, I don't know, just assessing like what everything is worth, and you're trying to assess that as well. But yeah, then there's also like this worry about work. You're worried about your partner, like what's your partner going to do for work? Because I feel like you probably are pretty okay, because the Emperor is showing up at the tools of your disposal here. And I do feel like it's almost, if that's the case, I feel like if this is the case, you are open to therapy. Like, I feel like for the most of you guys are open to some kind of like therapy or some kind of intervention, right? Like, you might be looking for like programs or some kind of outside help. And you're ready to use like all the tools at your disposal. So the end result here is like light communication, you know, loving communication, maybe starting all over, starting to flirt again, starting to date again. And the energy that is telling you to lean into is the King of Pentacles. And I'm almost wondering if it's like, you know what, just pull back from all the responsibilities. Even if it's like, hey, I'm just going to focus on, you know, paying the bills and making sure that everything's okay. And we're going to pull back from this, and we're just going to keep our conversation really light. But this is like father and a child coming through. There's something about a father and a child, you know, and an unsatisfying relationship that's really coming through, and making plans and wanting to be better and wanting to use your tools to be better. And feeling really optimistic about the overall outcome here. But yeah, this feels like a domestic situation or a family situation. Definitely a family is involved. For some of you, I feel like, you know, this is your like family, like you have children with someone and this is your situation. And for others of you, I feel like maybe you're living away from home, like siblings and a parent, because you're away or something and you're trying to get back to them. So, yeah, I feel like that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Let's see. Is there anything else? This is just the highest outcome. Let me just clarify this. Yeah, it's like turning away from fighting and turning away from this energy of like domination and trying to be right and trying to, and there's also this being walled in is a theme here. You know, it's like, understand that you, right now, you're kind of trapped in some way. There's some reason that you feel trapped. Maybe you're literally isolated. Like I said, I'm shooting this in the middle of the whole like lockdown. So maybe everybody's in quarantine and you know that everybody's kind of on edge. And so, the King of Pentacles also assesses value. Like, he knows what's valuable. So it's like, pull back and understand what's valuable. Happiness, love, family, joy, all of those things. It doesn't need to be like, just try to kind of pull back from the energy of fighting, from trying to be right, from trying to dominate, from trying to humiliate, because this isn't how people win. You know, nobody wins like this. And keep looking into your resources, because I do feel like there are resources that you are open to, and there might be professional help with the Emperor here and with the Magician coming through. Maybe even like a therapist or a doctor, because oftentimes the Magician is a doctor or a therapist that is coming through. And that's something that you're really hopeful. Yeah, that's what's coming through here, you guys. Like, you're really hopeful that you can work on this and that you can get your love back. But it's also scary too, because you felt so stagnant and you felt so rejected and you felt so shut down in the past. But you're excited to, you want to restart this. You want a new start. You want to have happier communication, loving communication, you know. And I think you also want to be appreciated for what it is that you do, and that is definitely possible. It's saying that's the highest outcome here, and it's showing that you guys are probably, you could be consulting with someone who can help you get through this in the future. So this was a really long reading. I'm sorry if that was too much. It took me a while to get there, but we got there, I think. And I wish you all the best, Aquarius. I know this is a weird time in the world. Maybe not when you're watching this. We all probably have a utopia and we fixed everything. So all the best to you guys. Bye.